Hi, I'm Mr. Maths, and today we're going to be looking at a Pearson's Edexcel Functional Skills Level 1 Mathematics paper, Section A, which is a non-calculator paper. Things to remember. The exam is 25 minutes long. There are 14 points available, and this will go towards a total mark with your calculator paper of 56 points. Remember to show all your working out. This is essential, especially when the question is a multiple points question. So if it's just 1 mark, you probably don't really need to show your working out. But if you've got a question that says 4 marks, you do need to show your working out. Don't panic. If you don't know the answer to a certain question, just move on and you can return to it after you've completed the paper. Marks go towards both exams. A pass is between 35 and 36 marks. So if you get all the marks here, you're halfway to completing a Level 1 Functional Skills Maths exam. So let's take a look at question 1. Jack is keeping a record of the number of steps he takes each day. Now part A says, work out the range of the number of steps. So if you know your averages, you know the range is the difference between the lowest number and the highest number in a given set. So let's have a look at what the highest number of this given set is. And as you can see, that's 15,323. That's the highest number. And the lowest number is 8,565. So it's a simple subtraction. You take the lowest number from the highest number and that gives you the range. So 15,323 minus 8,565. 5 from 3 we can't do. 1 there. So it makes that 5 from 13, which gives you 8. Now 6 from 1 we can't do. So cross that out, make that 2. It's 11 there. So 6 from 11 is 5. Now 5 from 2 you can't do. 4 there. Now 1. Now 5 from 12 is 7. Now 8 from 4 you can't do, so you cross it out. 8 from 14 is 6. So our answer is 6,758. Now let's look at part B of the question. Now it says check your answer. So all we do now is we add the two numbers together. So we add 6,758 to the lowest amount, which is 8,565. They often put these check your answers, and usually they're the reverse operation of what you've just done. So if you did a plus operation, you'd then use a minus to check your answer, and if you did a multiplication operation, you'd use division. Eight plus 5 is 13. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus the 1 here we've carried, which is 12. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. And 6 plus 8 plus the 1 we've carried, so 6 plus 8 is 14, 15. So there you have it, 15,323, which was our initial starting point, which was the largest amount in this given set. Okay, let's move on to question 2 now. So 2A says work out 1/4 of 24. So to work out a quarter of any given number by a fraction, you just divide the number by the denominator. Okay, so 1/4 of 24, you divide it by 4, the bottom number in the fraction. So we have 4 and 24 in our bus stop. So how many 4s can I get out of 2? I can't do that. So I'll put a 0 here, I'll add 2 here. How many 4s, let's cross that out. How many 4s can I get out of 24? Now that answer is 6. Okay. I mean, these are quite obvious if you can just remember your times tables. Knowing your times tables off by heart will help you immensely in these exams. Because 4 times 6 is 24. So our answer is 6. Can you see that I'm showing the working out at every given opportunity? This ensures you get all the points. I mean, this is only a 1-point question, but as you can see later on, there's a 4-point question there, question 3. And if you show all your working out, you get all your points for that. Let's move to the next part of the question. It says work out -5 plus 3. Then we look at minus numbers. I like to think of a temperature gauge. So you're rising that number up by 3. So -5 plus 3, what would that be? So if the temperature goes up from -5 by 3 degrees, it would be -2. Okay, part C is write 6.384 correct to 1 decimal place. So now 1 decimal place is here, is the 3, okay? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rounding it as well. So it would be, if we look at the number next to the 3, if it's 5 or above, we round the next number up. So that would be 6.4. Let me just go over that with you. 6.384. This is the 1 decimal place. And if we're going to round up, we look at this number here, and if it's 5 or above, then this number here goes up a number. If it's 4 or below 4, this number will stay the same. Okay, let's move to the next question. It says, Alan works at a warehouse in Runcorn. A furniture company needs deliveries from Runcorn to Liverpool, Runcorn to Nantwich. Now the scale of this very basic map is 1 centimetre on the map is 10 kilometres on the ground. So we're doing some multiplication, but as you can see, this is a 4-point question. So we've got to have to show all our working out with this. And first we've got to get our ruler and measure the distances between Runcorn to Liverpool and Runcorn to Nantwich. So after measuring between the points, Liverpool to Runcorn is about 2.3 centimetres. So that's from here to here. And Runcorn to Nantwich is about 3.8 centimetres. So let's just draw that. Now, because each centimetre is 10 kilometres, we just multiply these numbers by 10 to get the kilometres. So 2.3 times 10, we just move the decimal place to the right once. So that'll be, and we do the same for 3.8. So 3.8 times 10, we just move the decimal place to the right. So we have 38 kilometres. So we were being asked to work out the total delivery charge for both these distances. So 23 kilometres, is it less than 20 kilometres? No, it's not. Is it 20 kilometres to 35 kilometres? Yes, so that's going to be one of our charges, $14.99. And Runcorn to Nantwich, which is 38 kilometres, that is over 35 kilometres. So that's going to be 24.49. So now we just have to add those together. Remember to line up those decimal points. So 9 plus 9 is 18. 9 plus 4 plus 5 is 14. And there's our decimal point there, we're bringing that down. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus this 1, which is 9. And 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is 39.48. So just remember to get all those calculations down and you will get all your 4 points. Question 4. John works Monday to Friday. He buys his lunch on his way to work. Each day John buys a sandwich, a bottle of water and a bag of crisps. Now shop A, any sandwich £2.85, a bottle of water 60p and a bag of crisps 85p. Shop B is a £3 meal deal, any sandwich, a bottle of water and a bag of crisps for £3. John thinks he will save more than £7.50 a week if he buys his lunch each day from shop B instead of shop A. Okay, so we need to work out how much John is spending on his lunch for 5 days of a week. So first we work out shop A, how much he spends each day, and then we multiply it by 5. So it will be £2.85 plus 60p. I'm going to do this in 2 separate additions. So 5, 8 plus 6 is 14. Remember, bring our decimal point down. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then I'm going to add a remaining 85p. 5 plus 5 is 10. 8 plus 4 is 12, and the 1 here, 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so we've got £4.30 for shop A. £4.30. That's every day. So we're now going to times that by 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5, 3 5s are 15. 5 times 4. 4 times 5, 21. £21.50. So per week, shop A would be £21.50. Now shop B is a £3 meal deal, so each day it would be £3, so that's 3 by 5. 3 times 5 equals 15. So shop B would be £15. So now all we have to do is minus one number from another to see if he will save more than £7.50 a week. So we have 21.50 minus 15.00. 0 from 0 is 0. 0 from 5 is 5. 5 take away 1 you can't do. 5 from 1 you can't do, so you've got to go 1, 5 from 11 That's 6. And 1 from 1 is 0. So what we're left with is £6.50. So the answer to this question is no. Okay, so that answers all these questions. I've been Mr. Mavs. Please like and subscribe.